Oh, not this guy again. Let's get started. Words begin with X always throw me off. I remember when I freaking Let's Played Final Fantasy 8 years ago. There's a character named Zoo, I think is how her name's actually pronounced. But I pronounced the X, so it's like Ixu or something like that. Like, that's not how it's pronounced. It's probably pronounced like Zoo. It sounded more like a Z sound. I don't know, I could be wrong on that. Because, you know, when I started thinking about it, it's like, you know, Tekken, Ling Xiaoyu. Last name, Xiaoyu. It's got that Z-like sound to it. It begins with an X though, so it's like, maybe it's a similar vibe there. I know when you think about it, xylophone. The letter X is just really weird. If you put it at the start of a word or a name, it sounds nothing like X at all. It sounds more like a Z. It's so illogical, I don't get it. And it's such an uncommon letter as well, you don't really see the letter X all that often. So it's all the more jarring when you hear it. It's like, okay, the letter X, you know, it's pronounced X. But, you know, if it's at a start of a letter or word, whatever, word, name, it sounds more like a Z. Unless, you know, you got X, Ray, and stuff like that, you know. Then you got the X. But then, you know, you'd be like Tyrannosaurus Rex. You got an X at the end there, and it sounds like an X. But then you get it with like xylophones. You wouldn't think that it's a freaking X at the start, but there is. Anyways, lately there's been a lot going on in the world. But you shouldn't let it get to you. Common people are too susceptible to occult knowledge. The worst thing a musician can do is lose control. Always do what must be done, and you'll be fine. Anyway, today's lecture is on the magic of Greece. Greece is known as the birthplace of Western philosophy and rationality, but the art of curses advanced right alongside them. Philosophers such as Socrates. God damn it, how does it pronounce that name? Whatever. And Plato were Greek, but you're not as familiar with that middle one, so you don't know the pronunciation on the name. It was also the home to legendary enchantress. For example, there was Medea, the passionate sorceress of Colchis. Is that how you... Wait. Is it Medea? I don't know. I think it is. You know, when you like look at the way it's spelled, it makes you wonder. Did their name influence some words, you know? Because a lot of words, especially in English, you know, are borrowed from a hodgepodge of different languages, you know? The English language was made out of multiple languages. And you like to throw in, like, you know, occasionally a French word here and there, in this case, like Greek. So there'd be some, you know, stuff like that. There was a witch who didn't hesitate to kill her brother, or even her own children. Well, that went dark pretty quickly, didn't it? Then there was the daughter of Helios, who was an expert in both poison and medicine. Without Hermes' help, the legendary Odysseus would have been changed into a pig. These may have been myths, but reading between the lines, you can see Greeks' views on magic. It's like, think about it back in the day. What would ancient Greek have been like when it comes to these gods? Would they be seen as like genuine, or would they have considered how we consider it now? Like, yeah, it's just part of, you know, the Greek mythos. You know, Greek magic began to take shape around the 8th century BC. It was around the same time that the city-states were developing. Like many ancient civilizations, they worshipped protector gods. There were temples that priestesses tended. These women would double as oracles. Gradually, however, these ceremonies were performed in secret rather than in public. The reason for this was the people's desire to monopolize the power of the gods. They copied the barbaric practices of legend, sacrifices, drinking, Oh yes, Nick festivals. Dangerous acts such as these became widespread. Apollo, I've heard the name pronounced before, but I forget. Whatever. Orpheus. Remember, that was your first persona in this game. It was Orpheus. These were the gods they invoked when performing the rituals. Are you still listening? Don't cross the river Styx now. Yeah. I'll just see if you were listening or not. Get it wrong and our aura will shift. Now who should I pick? I choose thee, Mickey. I mentioned 2 Greek sorceries. One was midair. Who was the other? I'm pretty sure it's this one, but let me just double check that I was in fact paying attention. Yes, it's correct. Actually, looking at the walkthrough, this is the very last class question we will ever get where we have to answer. Very good, your aura is as clear as a mountain spring. It was secrecy like that which turned priestesses into sorceresses. Teachings originally meant to bring salvation to the body and soul fell into more drunken orgies, luring people to the hideous path of immorality. Necrophilia, using babies for potion ingredients. That certainly escalated, so you went from orgies to necrophilia, so presumably necrophiliac orgies, and then they were turning babies into potion ingredients on the damn path, I guess. This is where the abnormal black arts began. You gave the correct answer. The job is in Greece. It's like, with that, it's like, wow, these potions, like, back then, they're like how people think stupid shit like a rhino's horn is going to freaking, you know, get them to keep up, even though it's all bullshit. Hello, Makoto-san. I'm worried about Muley. It's like, who the hell's Muley? Oh yes, the cat. She'll be fine. Want to look for her? We're gonna be hanging out after all. Of course, I will not give up. I look forward to the day I can return Muley to that book. Muley just sounds like a name you give to a Mawile. You know, from Pokemon. What's it called, a Mawile? It seems Aigis would like to spend time with you after school. You may wish to talk to her once left. And then the next day, max out Mitsuru something. Glasses in. Makoto-san, I want to be by your side and stare into your soulless eyes. Thank you very much. I'll go. I just seems happy. Could it be? Was that a cat's voice? Could it be? Could it be? I already said, could it be? Is it actually that giant cat Sultan? It is. You serious? It shrunk since I last saw it though. Is it the same cat? If it was this cat all along, then I should have said that I had seen it, because we've said it way back when. It got noticeably bigger. Are you really sad? And if it was her cat, then it'd be gone for a long ass time. That was ages ago when I first got this. Wow. Oh yeah, she can actually understand, can't she? So she can translate what the cat said. So you are really sad, I'm so glad. Makoto-san, let's go tell your lady this. And that would be very helpful if we, you know, finding the right animals to be able to understand what they're saying. Oh, there, you seem a little skinnier than you used to be. If you're the same cat that's actually in that alleyway, then you were actually pretty big for a while. This little one is all I have left to keep me company. I was so lonely when Muley was missing. I don't know how I can thank the both of you. Lonely is being by oneself lonely. Oh yes, dear. When you get to be my age, you find that all the wealth in the world will take care of you. Living alone is a dreadful thing. Some of my neighbors have delightful children. They aren't interested in old ladies like me. I suppose it also depends, you know. Some people would like to be alone. Like, entirely alone. Ideally, you'd want the companionship of at least someone that, you know, cares about you, understands you, and you know, knows when to give you space if you're more like that person that likes to, you know, just chill on their own. Someone like that. Yes. Well, Muley, do you miss your basket and blanket? Want to go home? Thank you so much, Mitsuru. The old lady left. It seems that living is something that can't be done alone. I'm gonna be phone. That's not true. I don't know. You may be right. Yes, it's important to keep someone in your thoughts and to know that you are in theirs. To be able to contact them anytime and to touch them. But not when it's, you know, inappropriate. Aigis has mixed expression for some reason. I do understand one thing. I feel happy when I am together with you, Mitsuru-san. Aigis smiled shyly. His voice rings in your head. Blah 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 blah. The social has reached level 5. Part of Grape Stone's the arm count. However, I am still curious. If to live means to be able to connect with other people, how close to that goal can I come with a body like mine? Just kidding. I have been exceedingly timid lately. Is there something wrong with me, I wonder? We should start heading back. Let's try to get back to the dorm. And resumed with the norm. He's saying that he wants to go to Tartarus tonight. He doesn't want to go for a walk or a chat. You really are our ally. I mean, Koromaro is best boy, you know, he's a good boy, good dog. We have to have 49 minutes on recording. I'd like to, you know, max out the Empress Arcana, but, you know, we'll see. If Koromaro ends up being like, no, actually I want to go for a walk, then we'll, you know, see that. Every chance covering me later. Otherwise, sure, we'll go to Tartarus. Anyone else asks, Koromaro is the only one. That can convince me to be like, okay, I'll make an exception to go to Tartarus tonight. Those idiots, man. Imagine if that's how the music sounded. Just had someone making those noises. Like, this is a strange track. I wonder why they went with that. So, Koromaro, is Tartarus on the agenda for this evening? Arf. He changed his mind. He wants to go for a walk. Very well. It's like, psych, we're getting it done in this recording. Alright, we're looking happy. It's She's the bits of it up. The Fury Gym. Gotta go back to the zone with Karma. We don't even hang out with anyone on Sundays anymore. It's like all our friends have been like, we've maxed out the social link. We don't want to hang out with you anymore. Not even on a Sunday. You'll hear a conversation. It's getting cold. I hate to even get out from under the covers and things. Every sinner doesn't sound so bad if you really think about it. I know, right? I could sleep all day and people would get all concerned. I know, maybe I'll try becoming one, just for a while. So that spell's wrong. The syndrome, it's spreading. Occult influence. I have something for you. Right now, what is it? Oh, it's nothing valuable. I'll show you next time we're together, which will be, right after school. Let me know when you're free. Anytime is fine. I'll see you later. She has something she wants to give you. Maybe we should talk to her at school. Then she says, I'm giving you my virginity. What? It's like, that's a bit of an escalation. And that's the end of the day. Now we're obviously going to get some item that will allow us to fuse the ultimate persona of the Empress of Time. I've never maxed out her socially, but I don't think she's going to like do what I said there. Yes, that's totally what's going to happen. Although honestly, at some of the end of some of these social links, I feel like there's some implications in some cases. Hi Yuki. How are you? Mitsuru cheeks are turning red. Since we have Gabriel, we can try and max out the social. Okay, so where should we go? How about Mitsuru seems a little embarrassed. Our room, right? Maybe. How about my room? Or your room? We haven't actually stepped foot in your room. Actually stepped foot in our room actually. It was one time she came to our door. Yukari has as well, but I don't think they've actually stepped foot inside our room properly. Or maybe they have. Our room is very plain. It's organized but plain. It doesn't have the details the other rooms have. And of course it'd be her room. What am I thinking? That happens at the end of all these. We went to Chihiro's room. Went to Fuka's room, we went to friggin' Yuko's room, Yukari's room, in all their rooms by the end, essentially, because the last rank always takes place like that room. I have a gift I'd like to give you. And maybe that whole thing about the virginity thing, maybe that actually comes into play. But implied only. It certainly felt like there was some implications in the Yuko one at the very least. The way she, worded things at the end of her Friday morning. So I'd go to Mitsuru's room. Everyone else though, you could be like, maybe they didn't go that far. That is a fancy ass sofa. Go to Mitsuru's room. Her room is filled with expensive furniture. The flat screen TV. Before, well actually 2000 flat screen TVs, I'm pretty sure we're putting into that. But what year would you really consider as being the point where flat screen TVs really became the dominant TV type, where all other TV types before it became near non-existent, if not non-existent at all, outside of very niche kind of places? I know what you want to say. My maid staff helped me move here, so that's why it looks like this. Well, that certainly explains it. It reminds you of a lounge, doesn't it? That's what Yukari always says. Mitsuru's smiling. Hours flew by, we talked with Mitsuru. Oh, I almost forgot. Here. Now this ends with us, you know, recreating that scene from Titanic. You know, the James Cameron one. It's like, draw me like one of your French drums. It's like, oh, that makes a lot of sense, Mitsuru. You're always using French phrases randomly. This is all coming together. It's all been leading up to this. You see something from Mitsuru. It is a sketch pad. It's like she really wants you to draw her. Obtain motorcycle for you. Ooh. It's the key to my motorcycle. I'm not going to run from the future. There's no need for me. I don't have to think of my motorcycle as a means to escape from my feelings. I feel bad that I haven't ridden it in such a long time. I want to ride with you. Shame we don't get a moment like that. I mean, imagine the remake that I still haven't got around to playing. You know, it's probably added a few new details as well as, you know, like, for example, making it so that you can choose whether to go the romance route or not, because that's a really jarring thing in this version. But, you know, I don't think it's expanded in a similar way to, say, Persona 4 Golden or Persona 5 Royal, where you have quite a few new things. You're like, oh yeah, we've added in the ability to go on a date on a motorcycle with Mitsuru. And that wouldn't happen. I mean, think about it, this version of Persona 3 is the expanded version of Persona 3. It's like, it's got things in it that weren't in the original Persona 3s. It's like, as part of the main story, I don't know what the difference is because I never played, you know, the original Persona 3. Like, base Persona 3. Well, what I do know is, like, the characters getting, like, different outfits for certain equipment. That's obviously something that was new to this version, because it's highlighted in the intro of the game. And then there's, of course, the answer, which we still haven't got to, which is new content that was added in this version, and seems to have been added to the remake as well, but as a DLC, because fuck you, we can't have full games anymore. You gotta pay extra for stuff that, you know, should have been in the game to begin with. It's bullshit. But anyways, you'll have to sit on the back until you get your license. It's like they'll have a whole little storyline where you'll be getting your license like you for, you know, you do that in Persona 4. Well, Persona 4 Golden, you don't really get that in the original Persona 4. When we're done fighting, I'll teach you how to operate this. I can't wait until then. I can ride a motorcycle, I'll sit in the back. I'll just sit on the back. You take the front there. You will? Okay, but once in a while it would be nice if I could hold on. Mitsuru said something in a quiet voice. Makoto, it still sounds a little awkward, but when we're alone, no one else can hear me. Wow. Previously they could have, because they still have a camera. But that issue has been resolved upon last. My name is Specialty. If I was in danger, it would be the first word I'd speak. Koto, I want to be with you a little bit longer. Can you stay with me? Mitsuru cares for you. So are they gonna get down to it? Is that the implication, or are they just, you know, just spend some time chilling with each other? You could take the interpretation either way. Steer's voice rings in your head. Now, it makes me think of visual novels, right? One thing that bugs me in a visual novel, when I'm let's playing a visual novel, is when they have those scenes, as I refer to them. Which is, you know, what I'm implying there, you know. The characters get together and, you know, do their thing, and I'm like, well, one, can't on-screen that. Two, it feels like it doesn't even add to the story more often than not. It's just there. You could just be like, imply that they did that without showing it. But then, you know, they use that as a selling point, isn't it? So it's like, if it's just implied but not shown, it's like, Well, you're gonna miss out on some of the other ones that are purely there just for that. We'll see what's happening. Thou art I, and I am thou. When thou have nurtured, have finally matured. The innermost power of the Empress Arcana hath been set free. We bestow upon thee the ability to create Alilats, the ultimate form of the Empress Arcana. The Mitsuru Kirijo social link has reached its maximum level. You have mastered the Mitsuru Kirijo social link. Your power to create personas of the Empress Arcana has reached its maximum. You have forged a bond that cannot be broken. Except when it's revealed that you've basically been with every girl you interacted with. Because, you know, you don't get often to say no romance. The Empress social link is at its maximum level. You can now create Alilats, the ancient goddess. I get he's going in for a hug, but that looks more like a grope. Makoto. Not gonna return the hug? He's just gonna make it look awkward, like he's just randomly trying to grope her breasts. The hours flew by as he spent time with Mitsuru. Meanwhile, that fangirl of hers at the school hears about this. She goes completely nuts and kills the protagonist, thus dooming the world to Nyx, because everyone is like, we can't fight Nyx now, our leader's gone. He's killed by a yandere. The hours flew by as he spent time with Mitsuru. Now imagine that for a bad end.
Where have you been?
It's like, you tell me this nameless character kills the protagonist if you go down this specific route? But yes, that's totally what would happen. That's right, man. Crowbar usually eats red dog. It's time to give him the good stuff. It's like you tell me something that is completely out of context because I haven't talked to the person who's addressing whatever issue Koromoro may have with his lack of variety in his food. Koromoro is a vital member of the team. Good thinking, Yukari. Okay, Yukari is the one who suggested wherever I was. I made Korra-chan a special dinner. I want him to be strong for fun. Come here, Korra-chan. Good boy, Korra-chan. Eat a lot and get strong. He did talk to you, Koromoro-san seems very happy. Food is basic form of energy for dogs too. Koromoro-san will be ready for the battle. Will he be ready for Tartarus? That dog eats better than we do. What do you have to say of that? That pissed me off. He deserves it. He's a good boy. That's true. He has been with us for a while now. Plus, he needs to be prepared for the big battle. Komoro's owners were eaten by shadows, right? Eaten by shadows? Did you tell me they were eaten? I know they were. Well, owner. Okay. I thought he said owners, but I was like, he only had the one owner. But yeah, he did say owner. We know he was killed by a shadow, and Koromoro was injured fighting off the shadow. His owner died, but he was able to defeat the shadow. So even though Komoro's dog, that was very important. Arf. Koromoro seems happy. This will just lead to the same dialogue, right? Oh no, it didn't. Remember when we had sushi? Well, Korra-chan was the only one who couldn't have it. Ah yes, there was that one time. So special dinner tonight is only for Korra-chan. Hope you understand, Makoto. Perfectly understand. Even though that was a long ass time. How's everyone doing? Good, level 70. Good, level 69. Good, level 70. Good, level 70. Good, level 70. Good, level 70. And good, level 69. You think he'd be feeling great, he got a great meal. And then of course there is Fuku, level 76, but she doesn't have any new abilities at this point. It kind of feels redundant for her to have levels at this point. She doesn't even battle, so why she got stats? She's the only one who will consistently level up with us, because she's always technically in the path. She's always with us during all the battles. Good Tartarus. Yeah, I'll tell the others. We wait for Tartarus around midnight, see you there. After Koromor has finished his meal. You know, knowing Mylok, the next day he'll come and be like, hey, we should go to Tartarus. Like, we were there last night, damn it. Can't go to Tartarus every night, I mean we could, but it'd be really repetitive. Shit, I forgot what the levels were already. Who was level 69? I think it was Aigis, wasn't it? It's about 254 levels in this tower. I'm afraid this is as far as you can go right now. We'll just have to wait until January 31st. Yeah, let's see who's got like the longest way to get to the next level. There's obviously Aigis. Okay, that's 8,000 versus, yeah, so Mitsuru. Who's got 3,000. Akika's got a long ways to go. Ken's got a ways to go. Oh, Koromor is only level 69 as well, so I guess we're gonna be going with Mitsuru, Akiko, and Koromor for the first round of off-screen training. So... wait a minute. Brain thought. Wasn't Mitsuru and Akiko, it was Akihiko, Aigis, and Koromor got it mixed up. Let's go check in with Elizabeth while we're here. How many stat boosters I got since last time? Gone 3 to magic and strength. And it's got 3 to agility as well. It's got a decent stat boost. There were no other requests of note, was there? Yeah. Still gotta max out Aigis' social link before we can complete that. I will request. Makes me wonder though, because can I be bothered to do this off-screen level grinding right now? It's like, maybe like I could start the next record session off after doing level grinding. And by that I mean, next record session could start where I've already been playing the game for an hour or so, doing some level grinding, so that we start off in Tartarus, and then we leave Tartarus to resume, you know, social link stuff. Let's have a look at the... Well, that's interesting, because the next day says, you know, Aeon 6, meaning Aigis' social link will get to rank 6, but then the day after that says revival event, so I'm like, what does that mean? Is Aigis' social link at the end of the next rank gonna get reversed, so we have to hang out with her to get it back, or what? Then the day after that it'd be the 7th rank. Then after that we'd be spending time with her, and then we'd be wasting Sunday and Monday doing jack shit because there's nothing to do, because she's not available on those days. and hanging out where to get to the rank 8 on Tuesday, rank 9 on the Wednesday, and then finally on the Thursday would be where we've maxed out. And then on the 29th, which is, you know, just 2 days away from the end game, we'd be going for a walk with everyone by the looks of it. So there's really not a lot of time to do much stuff at this point, I mean. But my god, they really make it so it takes forever to get Aigis socially maxed out, and the fools at Atlas thought it was a good idea to put that request from Elizabeth at that point. It's not even the last of those type of requests, but you need the ultimate persona of the freaking Aeon Arcana just to do that one stupid move, which unlocks the next stupid move, which you could already freaking do at this point, probably. But you have to freaking do that first. It's so dumb, it makes no sense. It's kind of annoys me. Because I want to get these requests completed as well, you know. But yeah, that's gonna do for this part record session. Might do some of this level grinding off screen here, I guess, today, and then continue from there next time. So I don't know how much level grinding I'm gonna actually do. And I'm like, should I try fusing new personas in between as well and add that to the end of the recording? Because that's the thing that bugs me. It's like, because I'll go back to the dev room and be like, oh, I want to, you know, see if I can fuse anything new and stuff like that, but I always try to get it done on screen, otherwise I forget that I did that. Gotta check the entries on them, you know. And what else? It's like I could end up getting the rest of those stupid medals or whatever the hell they were for that request where you defeat those gold hands to get the rare treasure thing for the last of those requests from Elizabeth, you know? It's like if I get that and return to the Velvet Room, even to do anything at all, it's like that would auto-complete as soon as I talk to Elizabeth, you know? It's like I'd be trying to register the personas, and wham! You got complete the request, and then I'd have to, you know, hit record so on screen happens. Point is, I might just do something like that. After that, whenever we get around to the next record session, it's back to Aigis Social Link, and hopefully we can get that sorted out and we'll move on to the end game, I guess. But you know, it's been a long journey and all, but I'm kind of like, it kind of feels bittersweet, doesn't it? Bittersweet and dread-inducing as well. Not because, you know, we're going up against a world-ending entity of sorts. No, it's not that. It's the frickin' answer is what I frickin' dread. The answer is gonna be ass. The difficulty is going to be up the ass like a frickin' Spike from frickin' what's his face? Vlad the Impaler. It's gonna impale our ass because the difficulty in the answer is ridiculous. It's like, I like how they add more to the story post-game and all that, but that is one thing I don't like, is how battle-focused it is. It's more about the grind of getting through loads of freaking floors and shit, shadows and freaking goddamn bosses that kick your ass, and even regular shadows that kick your ass. A lot of them spamming one-hit kill moves. It's horrible. So the closer we get to that, I'm like, oh, I'm not looking forward to that. That's what made me break my freaking old controller, because I just threw it in a rage and it just ended up crushing one of the shoulder buttons. Other than that, I think that controller still works there, but yeah. That's why I got this shitty ass controller that it's like, I have a bad habit of disconnecting. Anyways, and of course, you know, it does this as well. See that? I'm trying to hold down, and he just kind of spins around like he's disco dancing. So I have to, you know, use the D-pads if I ever, you know, want thing to move downwards. Because if I use the analog stick, it just goes all over the place. Works in all directions. Sometimes it's got a bit of drift to it like that. I just, like, where it gets kind of stuck a bit to the sides, and I have to manually move it back, otherwise he just starts moving on his own. But yeah. See you next time, my viewers. See you next time.
Oh.